With Chef finally being one of the survivors of all time in Risk of Rain 2, we are finally able to play normal builds with him, and one build that I always wanted to try was the classic, the wonderful burn build. We love the burn build. On any character, it's viable just because the combination of a bunch of gasolines and ignition tanks is always fun to play with. But today, we're going to play with it on Chef, who has a burning right click, and also the new oil trail ability, which allows you to make much more fire areas. Throw in some Molotov cocktails, throw in some Kajaro's bands, and we're having a good time. If there's some audio issues with my mic, it's because I'm in a new place and there's a bit of an echo. I do not have the money to buy stuff to fix that, but we'll get there when we get there. Hopefully I'll be able to fix that soon. Anyways, thanks for watching. Alright, hello everyone, what's going on? I know it's been like a week, let me just make sure. I should have checked this before recording, but we're here. I already recorded this video, but there were some major audio issues. Usually I don't mind audio issues, but they were to an extent that was unbearable, so you guys could not, like my voice was peeking through the microphone just because I just moved, by the way. If you didn't know, I just moved for the first time outside of my house, or on my own. It's very weird. It's a very weird experience. I got incredibly lucky with my apartment. I'm living here for free right now because I'm going to some friends. My friend had his house has what's called an in-law apartment below it, which is a fully finished apartment, but it's a basement. But it just means that it's not it's not like secured from their part of the house. There's just a staircase. So I am, I don't know if they even can charge me rent, but they're letting me stay here, at least for a while, because my home life was icky, no good, icky, no good. Crazy, heavy start to a Risk of Rain 2 video, but you know what? I had to have a reason for why I was gone for a week. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the previous video that I put out. I definitely want to do more Risk of Rain 2 video essays. The next one that I want to do, I think, is going to be like 2 build ideas for every Risk of Rain 2 survivor. That sounds kind of fun. I've done a lot of Risk of Rain 2 video essays, I know, and I like doing them. I've been watching Asimov's DVD content again and been very, inspired by his stuff. Even stole some of the music he uses because I think it's just it's such a specific style of video that I just love, and I think it's so translatable from his Dead by Daylight content to Risk of Rain 2, so I don't know, I'm having fun and I want to make more of them. I want to, have that sort of experience. I'm not too great when it comes to like educational content and making sure like teaching things to my audience and being factual about my opinions and stuff like that, but that's fine. I make those videos. It's really hard to respond to the comments sometimes because y'all are like, there's like a 20, no, not 20, sorry, there's like a 200% chance you guys are all smarter than me, so it's a little awkward. It is a little awkward seeing you guys post like essay-length responses to my videos, reacting to the whatever content is in them, and I'm like, hey, I just made this for fun, man. I just made this for fun. It is not that deep. It is absolutely not that deep. Some people take it a little too seriously, that's fine. There's always gonna be people who take it too seriously in the comments of my videos, that's fine. I have come to expect it. I did get I mean, obviously, I can't know that this was transphobic, but it probably was. I got my favorite transphobic comment I've ever gotten. It was just all caps, freak! It was just very beautiful. It was just, I don't know, something about just seeing all caps the word freak is amazing. That was in the Risk of Rain 2 Useless Facts video, which, oh my gosh, that video has suddenly popped off. I think it's beaten 100,000 views now, so I kind of do want to make another one. It just takes so long. I might wait for a while, see if, once there's, just more stuff Risk of Rain 2 related. Once more time passes, more bugs are fixed, more stuff is able to be talked about, I'll definitely come back to the Useless Facts series. I've kind of considered either maybe after I make the hour-long version, because I do have a script that's like 20 minutes long, so, you know, it's not like I'd be starting from scratch. I do think that after I make the hour-long version, I want to move to making like shorter bursts of Useless Facts videos. I think that would be fun, where I do like 50 Useless Facts in a video that are just like rapid fire off the hand, so you can watch it during like while you're eating dinner or something. I know a lot of you are eating food right now. If you're eating food, stop. And you, if you're procrastinating your college or high school assignments or something along those lines by watching my videos, I will not be responsible for your failure. Okay, I was already responsible for my own failure, and I dropped out of college already, so don't make me be responsible for both of us. Go do your dang work. There is still very much just a ton of hypocrisy in that sentence. I need to get a job. I need to find a job in this city, but oh my god, the idea of trying is so stressful. So stressful, it's not even funny. I had a panic attack last night about it, which is fun. I have those sometimes, and my panic attacks make me very cold, which was also fun, because it like dilates your blood vessels or whatever. So that was fun. I was freezing, shaking in me dang boots all night, but I've been able so far. I mean, I've only been here for 2 nights, but to keep a good sleep schedule. That's nice. I'm gonna try to stick to it as best I can. I don't know why I opened that. I already have an equipment. But yeah, it's really nice here. I've gotten incredibly lucky. I have a huge bedroom. I already showed pictures of it, and I don't want to show you guys pictures of my apartment. You'll see it eventually whenever there's a face cam video. I considered making this one a face cam video, but my moving stuff is still in the background, and I'm too lazy to pick it up, so I don't really want to, you know, I don't really want to have you guys see the sort of mess that is my room. It's not that dirty, but, you know. The big issue right now is there's no, I don't really have very much decoration. I do have, my plushes set up behind my bed. There's like a headboards type thing that's behind my bed. And I have all my plushies set up there, so that's nice. But, you know, I don't have, like, that many posters. I don't even know how to put up posters without drilling into the wall, and I'm like 90% sure I'm not allowed to drill into the wall, so or using tape, because tape would yank off the paint. So I've been told tacks are an option, or like paper tape that's like less aggressive but just as sticky. I don't know. I'm sure I can find information about that online. I've heard tacks also are an option. That's what my friends said, at least. They were like, just use tacks, dummy, and I'm like, tax? I don't pay taxes. I do pay taxes, don't come at me, IRS. Well, I don't have to file my taxes yet, because I have the... Oh, I will have to this year, though, probably. Yeah, because I'm not living with my parent anymore, so I will not be a dependent. That's just another thing to be stressed about, but that's fine. April's not for a hot minute, so I don't have to worry about that for at least like 6 more months, and then I will deal with that when I get there. Oh wait, I don't know why I'm doing this. Did I hit a mountain shrine? Guess I did. Love finding out the hard way. Anyways, with this oil slick, we can set people on fire. Wait, what? Were there 3 of them? Did I hit 2 mountain shrines? What the hell? No, only 1. Why did 3 spawn in level 1? We're only 8 minutes in. That's kind of crazy. Anyways, give me my Molten Perforator, my Murforator. Murfs and Churfs. Love. That's one of my the abbreviations in this game that I do actually like, is Murfs and Churfs. That's fun. There's obviously Wungus I like, but there's definitely ones I don't like. Like, if you look at me in the eyes and tell me honestly that you call Plasma Shrimp Plimp, I'm going to kill you. Okay? There's no crystal, there's no vague threats. I'm not going to even use my potions, okay? I'm just killing you. My whole directive is get that fucking guy right now. That's me. There is programming in my brain that only activates to get you specifically. That's what's gonna happen. Yes, I'm too silly for me own good. Apologies. All right, we got gesture and The Ahoy hat. Lovely. God build already. No, no, no. No God build, but we're definitely gonna be there soon. We're already basically there. We've had better luck than I had previously. And with Sailstar, we should definitely be able to see a little bit more progress when it comes to the legendary side of things. We should be able to see that. I also kind of want to stream more now that I'm in this place. I definitely might stream more if for no other reason, just to get people more engaged with my Risk of Rain 2 stuff. I know that Risk of Rain 2 is why most of you are here, but obviously the 7 analysis videos are what have, you know, brought the most audience, so that's what I need to work on. I do know what I'm gonna work on next, and I'm actually gonna tell you guys this time instead of hiding it, because it's gonna be a short video, short little one that's gonna be pretty fine, pretty fun to make. There's this new game made by the director of the first 3 chapters of Poppy Playtime, I believe, that's called The Dead Seat, and it is a fine game. Like, gameplay-wise, it's fine. It's like a Defend the Office style, you know, FNAF-adjacent sort of thing, but not... It's unique enough that I'm not going to call it like a FNAF clone. It's just similar enough. The storytelling of it, where unlike FNAF, where all the story is told through like context clues and like secret messages, the story is just shown to you in this game, which I definitely prefer over FNAF's massive storytelling. I want to talk about it because I find that they rush the horror way too much. They use shock value. I think I'm just going to call it like The Dead Seat, a lesson in rushed horror and shock value. Like, it's how it did it wrong. Because, oh boy, did it do it wrong. It goes way too fast, and I'm not going to talk about why, because obviously it's a horror game, and rushed horror, I'm sure you can picture why that might be an issue. Way too gory, way too, you know, scary, stuff like that. Going way too far and doing to a point that's unrealistic, right? It's just like not even... Like, yes, there's shock value. Shocking things can happen in your horror game, of course, but there's a difference between shocking things happening within the realm of your story and ridiculous things that would never happen and don't make sense to happen and make your characters seem really stupid, you know? So, I never really understand why some horror creators like that. It was clearly made by game developers and not writers. That's fine. There's only 3 people on the team. I'm sure they can do better projects in the future, and it's by no means a terrible game. It's no Zoocosis. But it's definitely one that I want to talk about because I think it teaches a very important lesson. I think it could be done a lot better than it was. Do you guys want to come with me to visit the eggs? Let's go visit the eggs, shall we? If you didn't know, these were some Easter eggs hidden. They were leaked on Twitter, or not leaked, they were just hinted to on Twitter by one of the devs, and they were like, that we hid more Easter eggs, because I'm sure you guys know by now about the Easter egg islands on a Moment Fractured. There's 2 Easter egg islands and a 3rd island that just has nothing on it. Real ones who watched the Risk of Rain 2 facts videos know about that. It's so weird that there's just a random 3rd island with no Easter eggs on it. It's just sort of there, but that's fine. We don't judge her. We appreciate her for being here, and that's what matters. That's what matters, isn't it? That's what matters. I'm being silly today. The energy is a little low, but that's because I've just been very tired after this move, so that's, you know, makes sense. It does make sense. And I'm not arguing. It's fine. I think I'm happy enough. Sorry. I forgot that B allows me to emote. I ignore that. I have badass emotes for when I sometimes use them in thumbnails, but rarely. I haven't used them in thumbnails in so long. I usually just do a generic picture. I want to learn... One of these days, I might just ask... I'm sorry, I just got so distracted. I might just ask Raydance how he does it in his thumbnails, because that'd be just really useful to know. I wanna learn how to pose 3D models for that. I don't know if he pays someone or something like that. I'm sorry, by the way. I got distracted because Chef wears the Molten Perforator like a bird beak. I did not know this, and this is very important news. I had no idea that's how he wore it, and that's fucking hilarious, actually. I'm sorry, that's beautiful. That's actually so beautiful. I'm got so distracted by that. I noticed it, and I'm like, oh my god. This is inspirational for me. Ah, lovely. 3 free green... No, 2 free green items? Why are there so many? We're only 16 minutes in. What is happening? I guess it's monsoon, but damn. Also, this seems like it was placed here on purpose. I don't know. Someone said something about that in my comments when I commented on a chest that looked like it was placed where it was on purpose in a previous video. It was like right in the middle of a rock or something that just looked like it was there. It wasn't random, and someone was like, actually they're not random, there's just a bunch of like predetermined spots across the map where things can spawn, and so obviously some of them are gonna look less random than others. So maybe that's how it works, I don't know. Definitely would make sense to me. Even though that wouldn't make sense lore-wise, because I'm pretty sure all the chests are supposed to have fallen from the sky. That could be a useless fact, is all the chests are supposed to have fallen from the wreckage of the previous contact light, and is scraps left from there. So it doesn't really make sense how they got into places like the abyssal depths, but and in caves like this, but let's not worry about it. That's fine. That's neither here nor there. No, I have a sneeze. Oh no. What a fucking dainty ass sneeze. What the hell? Oh, sorry. I kicked up a decent amount of dust moving in. I did vacuum as best I could. They gave me a fucking vacuum for free, by the way. With this new apartment. A vacuum and a coffee maker, just with it. Just because they had a spare one, they're like, yeah, here, all yours. What the hell? It's sweet, it's awesome. I know, I got so incredibly lucky. I'm so thankful that I had this friend to, you know, to sort of lean on for this trying time, and, you know, live here literally rent-free for a while. I don't know how long it's going to take for me to start having to pay rent, but I can't imagine it'll be too big because, again, they're my friends, and also there's already 3 people paying for this house and bills that related to the house, so I can't imagine that, you know, having a 4th would make it so that I have to pay that much. Like, I can't imagine paying $2,000 a month for this place because... like, there's no way it costs that much with the other 3 people who are living here. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. And I'm sure if I get a job with that and YouTube, I should be able to handle it. Hopefully. Hopefully. I don't know. It's a very complicated thing. I'm very stressed about getting a job. That's one of the most scariest parts of this whole situation is because I'm just, like, so scared. Like, what if it's bad? What if I get a bad, you know... manager? What if I have, you know, transphobic coworkers? I'm in a much more rural town now than I was, so and I've seen a lot of Blue Lives Matter flags, but I have also seen a lot of Pride flags, so, which might just be companies putting them up for the month, but, you know, still. And I did get to meet one trans person the other day while I was moving in. They were very nice. I'm sure the town, the city nearby me will definitely have a better trans culture. I might go to Pride for it. I don't know when it is. I don't want to go up to Boston because that sounds overwhelming, but I might go to the city near me, which is not Boston, but it's a city. It's always weird. I'm trying to do this less because I used to do this all the time where I'd like basically tell you guys where I lived literally in my previous area, so I'm going to try to be a little more cagey about it. I've probably already mentioned it in the Discord by accident. I'm sure you could find my full fucking legal, you know, address, my birth certificate, my social security card in the Discord somewhere. I talk way too much there and have probably divulged way too much personal information, so... that's fine. Well, let's not worry about it too much. Okay. Let's not worry about it. Where the hell is the last dude? There he is. Yeah, so... That's fine. I don't know. I just gotta be more careful about that. I definitely want to keep a little bit more of my personal life to myself, especially as, you know, I'm going to start going to work and getting a job, and I'll talk about, like, what my job was like after I, like, leave it, maybe, definitely. I'm sure I'll have stories, and I'll talk about, like, stories from work, but things like, you know, where I work, what type of establishment, would make it a lot easier for people to find out where I live, and I know most of you do not care where I live. However, there are some freaks who probably want to know so they can either kill me or fuck me. You'd be surprised. You would be surprised. And normally I would be flattered, however that's way too parasocial for my liking, so please leave me alone. Jesus Christ, I'm sorry. I wish I was joking. People have sent me their addresses and proclaimed their love for me before. I feel so bad for you. You are very mentally ill to think that I know anything about you or like you. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't like you, you know? It's just I don't know you, so just please talk to a therapist and stop randomly proclaiming your love for content creators who don't know you, please. Thank you. We don't like it. It makes us very uncomfortable. Great. Okay, fade cut, go. It's weird, I feel like our teleporter fights are kind of insane, but I feel like the normal levels are not that crazy. You want to give me legendary... Alright, not legendary item. You want to give me boss item, yes? Yes. Whoa. Intense looking fire, I will say. No boss item. No boss... Hold on, where is it? No boss item? No boss item? Yeah. I need to get more art. If I had... Now that I have to be more stingy with money, now that I live alone, I need to more... You know, I need to work on getting more art. I always talk about it, and I love fan art. Please give me fan art, please! Any fan art, literally any fan art, I love it. But anyways, I want to get some more official art. I need more emotes. We only have 12, and we don't have, like, a crying one. We don't have a tired one, despite that being, like, 80% of my fucking brand. We don't have a laughing one. All that jazz. We don't have, like, a thinking one. We have Sock's notes, but that's not the same. But yeah, if you want any of those emotes, by the way, all in my Discord, most of them are in my Twitch. You do have to subscribe if you want some of them. And also, if you become a member, you get access to like 5 of them to use in my comments, so you can use that. What the fuck? Give me attention, bro. I want to kill me. Going after the drone for no dang reason. Ow, I just hit my knee on my desk. Ow. Look at this freaking gabagool. Gavon. Look at this freaking gooba. Look at this freaking goofy guy. Goofy goober, yeah. If I ever do this build again with Chef, I definitely am throwing in some... What's it called? Some... backup mags. Yes, I forgot I already talked about that, but I talked about that in the previous recording. My brain fog has been getting way worse, and I don't know what's causing it, but it's probably fine. But yeah, I will legit forget, like, not just what I'm saying mid-sentence, or just take, like, comically long to finish a sentence sometimes, and it usually only comes in bursts, so it doesn't like, happen, like, if I can catch myself on it, it gives you some time. Another crow tender, wow. You know, I've struggled. It's not just figuring out what I'm saying mid-sentence, but it's also like realizing what we were talking about with someone. I've like had short-term memory issues. Like I'll forget where I put something. I'll forget what we were talking about with another person, and you know, I'll forget. Like, I'll forget names sometimes. I had such an... I was actually scared. Like, it is scary in parts, and sometimes it is scary. I fully forgot one of my friends' names for a bit, and I was just sitting there, like, beating myself up. I was like, I know their... I talked to them, like, a week ago. I know their name. But I couldn't figure it out in my brain. I got there eventually, but, you know... It's still scary, honestly. Like, hey, I wouldn't recommend getting brain fog, and I don't know if it's the chronic fatigue or if it's the spironolactone from my gender HRT, my hormone replacement therapy. You know, I cannot screw in a log by bulb because I'm too focused on my gender. But yeah, so I don't know what's causing it, but I literally cannot like finish a thought sometimes, and it is very strange, very strange. I don't get too stressed about it, but it is scary sometimes and very awkward. I'm glad that the people are, you know, my friends are of course very patient with me, and they know to give me time to think and figure it out. But hopefully it doesn't get worse. If it does get worse, obviously I'll find a doctor to go talk to, something like that, and see if I can. Honestly, sorry, I have to yawn. Honestly, it's probably not that I need more medication for it. It's probably one of my medications that's causing it, is my guess, because I know spironolactone can cause it. So that's interesting. I don't know. I want to stick on it. I'm only recently started seeing like face changes when it comes to the HRT, and it's been a year and a fucking half. I should really be seeing more than this, but that's fine. That's fine. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. It bothers me a lot. It bothers me a lot. But no, it'll come in time as long as I'm able to stick with it. I just hope that there is no complications with like my prescriptions that gets them like, you know, unable to be sent to my new city or something like that. I don't want to think about. I have enough to be anxious about already. But still, that's something fun that's going on in my life. Sorry if you're watching this for the game, by the way. Welcome to Socks Needs Help Risk of Rain 2 videos. We don't talk about the game here, unless it's a video essay where the entire point is to talk about the game. Nope, we just sit here and we talk about what's going on in my life and some things that I think are interesting, nonetheless. So, you know, sorry. I know some of you enjoy that, that's why, and I prefer it that way, you know? This game's boring, so no, I'm joking. But this game is, you know, there's only so much you could talk about after, like, the 200th episode of this video this game that we've done on this channel, so it gets a little tiring. Also, I know that I used my sales star on a normal chest instead of the legendary chest. All that's in our legendary queue is the hard light afterburner. There's no other burn-related items in the game, or legendary items, so I just put in hard light afterburner. I hardly know her. No, I just put it in there because it has burn in the name. Anyways, good enough for me. So let's fight the boss now. I feel like we looted this place like instantly. Also, the Grove Tender's such a joke with the Void Send Flame. Because you proc it on all of the little creatures it sends out, the tiny wisps. Oh, that's it. Oh, never mind. I was just about to comment on how its mask stays despite corpses being off in my settings, and then it wasn't off anymore, and then it went, as tragically as it appeared. Okay, hear me out. I think that I would kill it as a fanfic writer. I do. Sorry, hot take. I think I would. Where's the last dude? Trying to freaking escape? Who the hell do you think you are? Running around leaving scars, protecting your drive hearts, tearing love apart. You're gonna catch a goal. But yeah, I think I'd kill it as a fanfic writer. I also would have killed it on Tumblr, but I didn't get in my I didn't get on the internet until like 14 years old, which is later than... That would have been 2018? Yeah, I know, I'm young. Not as young as most of my audience, but that's neither here nor there. And apparently too young to get a hotel. I'm still so mad about this, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I went on a vacation up to Maine like 4 days ago, and I went up to the hotel that I booked like 4 days ago before it, and they were like, oh, actually, you can't book a room if you're under 21. I'm 21 in a month and a half. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not mad about it at all. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. It bothers me a lot. It bothers me a lot. But So yeah, I got there, and I did not find out until I got to the check-in process. You'd think they'd tell you that at the fucking booking process where you pay for the room. Luckily, they refunded me. That was very kind of them. But holy fuck, that was almost 200 like wasted dollars. That would have sucked. That would have absolutely sucked. Luckily, I was able to find a different hotel nearby that did take people who are 18 and older, thank God. I just found it's probably because they have like alcohol in the rooms or something. That might be why, but like, I don't know. You can't rent a car unless you're 25, so, you know. Rules are weird. It's weird that I can't rent a car, but I can fly a helicopter. And so can most of you, because I think the law is 17. You can start flying a helicopter. Who knows why? I had a friend in high school who was in flight school for planes, I think, but still, they were in flight school. I should try to reconnect with them sometime. They were nice. I wonder what they're up to. I guess the sky, because we're in flight school. I want to get back to writing again. Now that I have so much like free time and space. Like, it's not like I had more free time than I had, but I definitely have more space and comfort in this new place than I did my previous place. I definitely want to get back to writing. I gotta work on OK. I said I was gonna restart it, but never ended up doing that just because I was so busy with other stuff, and like YouTube sort of takes priority over that because, you know, YouTube is my primary source of income right now, and I kind of need to lean into that sort of stuff. So I don't know, but I do want to try to get back into writing. I do have a laptop. I think I left it at my family's house. So yeah, I definitely did actually, but well, I'll figure it out. I don't know. I also need art. That's right. I need to decorate this place. I got my plushies all set up. I don't know if I talked about this earlier in this recording or the previous one, but I definitely like stuff to fill up this room because it's a big bedroom. It's the biggest room in the house, way bigger than any other room, or house, biggest room in the apartment. And I need to fill it with things because it's the room I'm going to spend the most time in. Both sleeping, working, and probably, like, when I have people over, they'll probably hang out here too, because I don't have a living room. There is that entrance room that I was talking about, but I don't use that, and it has their stuff in it, so the house owner's stuff in it, so like literally all I use that room for is the front door is there, and the front door is there, and also I like put my shoes and keys there, and that's about it. Hey, fun fact. When you only drink coffee in a day, your throat might hurt after talking for 2 hours. I do have water here. The water's weird because it's well water, so, you know, I have to be super strict with it, like no longer than 15-minute showers, stuff like that. God, my throat is killing me. But yeah, no longer than 15-minute showers. I can't run the shower and the washing machine at the same time. You know, stuff like that. Can't flush more than like the toilet for like more than like 10 times in a day, stuff like that. Not that I would ever need to, but you know, there's just a limit on, not a limit on daily water, just like how frequently we can use it, like how much water you can use at once. So, you know, it's a little complicated, but it doesn't get in the way. But because it's well water, it's also like full of iron. It's not filtered, much at least. Obviously it's like clean water, but it's, you know, it's intense. It's got iron in it, it's still got those minerals. It's safe to drink, of course. They wouldn't, you know, let it come out of your faucet if it wasn't safe to drink. But anyways, because of that, because it's intense to drink, I bought a pack of like 24 bottles of water for when I went grocery shopping. And when I got to the cashiers, you know how with like big packs of water or like soda containers or something, you hold on to them, at least in America, you hold on to them in the cart until you get to the end of the cashier thing. You don't put them on the conveyor belt. You get to the end of the cashier thing, then you lift it up and they put a little sticker on it to say that, hey, you bought this. It just couldn't fit on the conveyor, stuff like that. Yeah, I didn't do that and fully stole the waters. It's fine, they didn't notice. It's not like they're gonna come after me for it, but Hey, I got a pack of 24 free waters. Probably saved me like $15 or something. I don't know. That shit's expensive. Bro, get out of there. It's just rolling around in the fire. I know you're an incinerator drone, but you're not an incinerated drone, so maybe behave yourself, alright? Jesus. I worry that the FPS of my recording is lower than what it is in the game, because I usually get like 140 FPS here, but looks kind of bad on OBS. I'll look into that. It's probably fine. Pretty sure I'm recording at 60 FPS. That should be good enough. Do you know what challenge I want to do again? I want to try the Shrine of Order challenge again, where you have to hit a Shrine of Order after every stage. I don't know why I had a lisp on that, but whatever. I want to try that again, because that could be fun. Anyways, speaking of fun, let's kill Mithrix! Let's kill a man! Yeah! I am sickly. I am sickly and baby-like and small and so small and so small and just little and little, and I'm sickly and I'm a Victorian child who is drowning in their own blood. And you don't even care. You do not even care. You do not even care, do you? Look at my fire trail that's definitely getting a lot done and not a waste of time. Look, I'm gonna clickbait the fire trail in the thumbnail, alright? And it's not gonna be that big of, you know, that important in this video, but that's fine, okay? That's fine. Yeah, we use it in the video, therefore it's okay. This phase one's gonna be boring as fuck because there's nothing to proc gasoline off of. I could have gotten an FMP, but that's boring. I wish Molotov should proc the fire on the Birdie trails. It should. And the fact it doesn't, honestly, sick and twisted. Yes, now that we have gasoline, all challenge goes away. Gasoline is always, as always, star of the show. Yep. Alright, give me something to proc it on then. Thank you. I ordered this just a second ago. Thank you, friend. Yeah, now you're dying to gasoline damage, which is significantly higher than my normal burn damage. Alright, do your freaking epic pizza build or whatever, I don't care. Epic pizza attack. Epic awesome gay pizza attack. It's gay because it's Pride Month, of course. Even though Mithrix is definitely queer somehow, I don't know. There's something about, I don't know, I just... Look, like I said, would have killed it on Tumblr. I'm headcanoning every character is queer somehow. Would have killed it. And I'll kill you, too. Okay. Let's see how Phase 4 goes. I died in Phase 4 in the previous episode. Let me get all my drones back, all my baby boys. Don't fly into those pillars now, Jimmy. Burn, please. Burn to death. Cute. Burn kills you, burns you to death cutely. Burns you to death, but it's kind of hot. Teehee, teehee, teehee. Look at my little goofy nose. Hee 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 hee. Let's take a selfie. Let's take a selfie together. Look at us. Look at us. We're so cute. This isn't gonna be a thumbnail, but you know, because you cannot see Chef at all. But that's fine. Oh, we have fun here. I'm having a fun time. I hope you guys are having a fun time. If you're not having a fun time, I'm going to contract the plague, and then I will release it on all of Massachusetts, in turn causing a global pandemic again. So I hope you're happy. Just kidding. I think the plague isn't the plague like fine? I mean, maybe this is stupid, but I feel like I heard something once where it's like the plague probably would be fine, and it still exists. There's still some places in that are like, you know, obviously chemical working or disease research stations that around the world that have the plague, but you know, obviously it's not like something we have to worry about anymore. At least I don't have to worry about it, because I have a mix of 20 herbs and spices in my mask. You guys, you're not. Wait, oh my god. The KFC guys were plague doctors. What is it? 12 herbs and spices? Secret herbs and spices? I knew it. They're plague doctors. That's why they won't tell us, so they can keep cornering the plague doctor industry. Oh, I hate that this revelation came to me. I don't know. At the end of this episode, because I can't expand on it. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed, consider liking and subscribing, especially now that I'm living alone. I would really appreciate all the support I can get. You'd be very helpful. You're not just helping the channel grow, but you're also helping me, you know, in real life, make sure that I get paid every month, so it'd be very helpful. And yeah. Or just subscribe because you like the content. That's you'll get shown more of it. So I've been told. But yes, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to our members again, and I will see you later. Bye bye.